Question 1. The area of the semicircle in figure A is half the area of the circle in figure B. What is the ratio of the area of the square inscribed in the semicircle to the area of the square inscribed in the circle? So since the semicircle's area is half the area of the circle, they must have the same radius. So let's say this is the center. So this would be the radius. And similarly, if this is the center, then this would be the radius, right? Now, let's start with the first square. Let's say its side is x, then this would be x by 2. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. X squared plus x squared by 4 is r squared. So that would become 5x squared by 4 is r squared. So x squared is 4r squared by 5, right? And x squared is the area of the square in the semicircle. So that's one value that we needed. Now here, let's say this is y. So this would be 2r. The diagonal of the square would be 2r. So y squared plus y squared is 2r the whole squared. So 2y squared is 4r squared. So y squared is 2r squared. And y squared is the area of the square in figure B. So that's what we needed. So the ratio of the areas of the two squares is x squared to y squared, which is 4r squared by 5 divided by 2r squared. R squared cancels. So it becomes 2 by 5. Option D. Question 2. If 1 quart of paint is exactly enough for 2 coats of paint on a 9-foot by 10-foot wall, how many quarts of paint are needed to apply 1 coat of paint to a 10-foot by 12-foot wall? Okay, so the area is given as 90 square feet, right, for this wall, 9-foot by 10-foot wall, and 2 coats of paint. So effective area becomes 180 square feet, right? So you can cover 180 square feet with 1 quart of paint, right? So 180 square feet you can cover with 1 quart of paint. So to cover 120 square feet, because you need 1 coat of paint on 10-foot by 12-foot. So effectively 120 square feet, you would need 1 by 180 times 120, which is 2 by 3 quarts. So A. 2 consecutive even numbers are each squared. The difference of the squares is 60. What is the sum of the original 2 numbers? So let's say that the numbers are n and n plus 2. So n plus 2 squared minus n squared is 60. So that's n plus 2 plus n and n plus 2 minus n using a squared minus b squared. So that's 60. So that's 2n plus 2 times 2 is 60. So this cancels. So you get n plus 1 is 15, right? Because you take 2 common from here. So then n is 14 and the other number n plus 2 is 16. So what is the sum of the original 2 numbers? That would be 30. Divya measures the area of a square in square feet and Rohit measures the perimeter of the same square in inches. They happen to get the same numerical value, x square feet and x inches respectively. What is the measure in feet of the side length of this square? Okay, so let's say this is my square, right? And let's say this is x feet, right? So rather, let's take it as k feet because x is already a variable here. So then the area that Divya gets will be K squared, because that's the square feet area that she gets. And the perimeter that Rohit gets would be in inches. So one side will be 12K inches. So four sides will be 4 times 12K, right? In inches. So that will be 48K. Now, these two values are numerically equal. So K square is 48K. So K square minus 48K is 0. So K times K minus 48 is 0. So K is 0 or 48. So the side length of the square would be 48 feet. A magazine advertisement states that a subscriber saves 75.6% of the cover price at newsstands by purchasing a 17 issue subscription rather than purchasing the 17 issues separately at the cover price. If a 17 issue subscription costs 10.99, what is the average cover price of each magazine when bought at a newsstand? So let the average cover price be X. So if you purchase it at the newsstand, all 17, you pay 17x. But if you purchase a subscription, you get 75.6% of the cover price. So 17x times 1 minus 0.756, that's given as 10.99. Because that's what the subscription costs, and that is 75.6% of the cover price. So that becomes 17x times, let's plug this in, 0.244, and that is 10.99. So x is 10.99 divided by 17 times 0.244. So let's plug that. 10.99 divided by 17 times 0.244. So that comes to 2.65, right? And we need to enter the answer to the nearest 100. So it's actually 2.649. So 2.65 should be correct. So that is the average cover price of each magazine when bought at the newsstand.